Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's secret wedding shocks the world, a love story etched in tears and silence. In the dazzling world of Korean entertainment, where every glance, whisper, and encounter is magnified under the relentless gaze of cameras, some stories manage to unfold in absolute secrecy, shielded by sincerity and love. The wedding of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, two of the most celebrated actors in South Korea, was one such story. Taking place quietly on the misty southern shores of Jeju Island in June 2025, their union became more than just a surprise. It became a moment of stillness that made the entire world pause and feel. A wedding that stopped the world. There was no press release in advance. No leaks, no rumors, not even a single blurry paparazzi photo to hint at what was about to come. Fans woke up one morning to a single announcement from their agencies. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were officially married. The news stunned the entertainment world and their millions of fans across the globe. Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Lee Min-ho wedding, hashtag Hye Kyo forever, and hashtag K-drama royalty flooded social media. Shock, joy, and curiosity surged simultaneously. How did two of Korea's most guarded stars manage to fall in love, stay hidden, and tie the knot without the public ever knowing? Jeju Island, a paradise of secrets and vows. The wedding took place at a luxury resort tucked away in the southern part of Jeju Island. Surrounded by lush greenery and wrapped in soft morning mist, the atmosphere was intimate and magical. Only a few select guests, close friends and family, were invited, each sworn to absolute secrecy. There were no reporters, no flashes, no microphones. The resort was silent except for the gentle piano melodies that filled the air. A floral arrangement of white peonies adorned the ceremony space, and a simple glass altar framed the ocean beyond. Song Hye Kyo appeared through a glass door, dressed in a modest, elegant white gown with her hair tied loosely. There were no diamonds, no fanfare, no glitz. Just grace. Lee Min-ho stood at the altar in a white tuxedo, and the moment he saw her walking toward him, he broke into tears, tears he could no longer hide. This wasn't the composed, charismatic star fans had seen in countless dramas. This was a man, deeply in love, overwhelmed by the weight of the moment. "I'm not crying because I'm sad," he later said in a soft, trembling voice. "I'm crying because I know I'm finally home." A love written in silence. Unlike many celebrity couples whose relationships blossom under the spotlight, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's romance was cultivated in absolute privacy. They had never worked together on a drama or film. Public appearances were few, and mutual interviews never hinted at anything more than professional admiration. But the story, it turns out, began in 2022 at the Baeksang Arts Awards. A brief backstage meeting, an unrecorded conversation, a handshake perhaps, sparked the beginning of something real. A few months later, they met again at an elite private event hosted by leaders in the entertainment industry. That second encounter led to regular communication, not through text messages or social media, but through handwritten notes, exchanged books, and hours-long phone conversations at night. "No photos, no rumors, no cryptic Instagram posts," said a friend close to the couple. They didn't want the world to dissect what they were building. They just wanted to feel something real. Song Hye Kyo had once mentioned in an old interview, "I'm not searching for a love that shines. I want a quiet love, one that lasts longer because it's not constantly exposed." Now, in the light of their wedding, that quote echoes deeper than ever before. The moment that melted hearts. As Song Hye Kyo walked toward Lee Min-ho, the entire room held its breath. Her eyes glistened with tears, and her smile trembled with emotion. Lee Min-ho, who had always kept a stoic, camera-ready image, broke down. The pianist, playing a soft rendition of "My Memory," stopped. The music was no longer needed. The silence said it all. "I waited for this moment without knowing I was waiting," Lee Min-ho whispered. "And now that you're here, I feel complete." Their vows were not elaborate, not poetic. They were real. "I will learn to love you every day," Lee Min-ho promised. "Not because you are perfect, but because you chose me even though I am not." "We're not a perfect love story," Song Hye Kyo replied. "But I prefer a real one. And you are real." And with that, they sealed their love with a kiss, not for the cameras, not for the headlines, but for each other. The star-studded, yet humble, guest list. While the wedding was a private affair, several close friends from the industry were present. Park Shin-hye, Kim Soo-hyun, Bae Suzy, and Hyun Bin were among the quiet witnesses to the sacred ceremony. All arrived discreetly, in simple yet elegant outfits. There were no selfies, no social media stories, just heartfelt participation. After the ceremony, Kim Soo-hyun embraced Lee Min-ho, whispering, "You made the right choice, my friend." Bae Suzy shared a long conversation with Song Hye Kyo, the two smiling as if sharing a lifetime of memories. Park Shin-hye later posted a single image of a rose on her Instagram, captioned, "Today, I believe in love." Fans across the globe, reactions of joy and tears. The world's response was immediate and overwhelming. Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube exploded with reactions. In the Philippines, fans organized viewing parties for the actors' most iconic dramas. In Indonesia, fan-made videos documenting their career paths went viral. In Japan, flower shops reported record sales as fans sent symbolic bouquets to Korean embassies and entertainment agencies. "I never believed these two would ever cross paths romantically," a Brazilian fan tweeted. But sometimes, the most unexpected love stories are the most beautiful. Another comment read, "When Lee Min-ho cried, I cried. Because in a world full of staged love, this moment felt real." A future that begins with a pause. Shortly after the wedding, sources close to the couple revealed that Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo planned a 6-month hiatus from public life. Their honeymoon destination? Tuscany, Italy, a place known for quiet villas, winding vineyards, and a kind of timeless romance. But even as they took a step away from the spotlight, both stars hinted at what's next. Lee Min-ho is said to be preparing for an international film project, his Hollywood debut, while Song Hye Kyo is reportedly launching her own production company, aiming to support female-led stories in Korean cinema. In a rare joint statement, the couple wrote, "We love what we do. But we want our love to be ours, not a headline, not a strategy, not content. Just love. A love that gave the world hope." What makes this story unforgettable is not the fame, not the secrecy, and not even the wedding itself, but the sincerity that shone through every detail. In a world saturated with artificial romances and social media facades, the love between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo felt like a breath of fresh air. No sponsorships, no brand tie-ins, no publicist tricks, just two people, falling in love the old-fashioned way. Their fans have responded not just with celebration but with creativity. Dozens of tribute videos, digital fan art, and even poems have been created in the wake of their wedding. One fan wrote, "He cried and we saw it. Not in a drama, not in a scene, but in life. And for once, it was not acting. It was love." Conclusion: when love is enough. The wedding of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo was more than just the union of two celebrities. It was a quiet rebellion against a world that profits off of spectacle. It was a reminder that even in fame, even in constant exposure, love can still bloom in silence. That love can still be pure. As the world watches their journey with admiration, one thing is certain: this story has already become a modern legend, not just in Korea, but across the globe. In the end, love didn't need a spotlight. It just needed a glass hallway, a soft piano melody, and two hearts that chose each other.